Holy shit, I'm bad at this game, but I'm so sick at this game.
Even if Zach loses this match ultimately, I think he's won my heart just doing hitless Soul Tyrant with like the bare friggin' minimum to get to here.
I think I'm gonna work about it 4 seconds.
Yes! Yes! Stop being like this. Is that a glitch?
Nice.
Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh, that's it. That's it.
Let's go! We got record today, boys.
This is crazy.
This is the bingo match of the tournament.
No other square on the board even matters.
This is losable for both of them.
Oh my god!
I can't believe it! I cannot believe it!
What did we...
This did
match of
not
the
just
tournament.
happen. Hello and welcome everyone to more bingy. This is what all of you've been asking for, so we'll keep it up. More bingy indeed. Please ignore that. That was the bracket, so don't ignore it. Pay attention to it. Anyways, I am joined by the Shade Summoners, Lock and Moach, our number 5 seed. How do you feel?
I've been feeling good today. I went to the doctor and he said I was properly healthy. So that's good. I like that.
That's great to
Yeah,
hear.
that is good.
That's exactly
Yeah.
the energy we're looking for. And Moach, how about you?
Did the doctor tell you that we were going to win our bingy match today?
He said bingy, I think. Maybe I just thought it.
All right.
We're healthy enough to win it. Totally.
And Lock and Moach doing well, good to hear. But how about the surprise mechanics? Are we feeling surprise mechanics?
Bingy!
Bingy.
Bingy indeed. That's why you're here. I will point
Bingy.
out that due to many generous donations, subs, bits, all of it, our current prize pool is up to $178.50. However, you guys are both in elimination territory, so if you want it, you're gonna have to win.
Oh shit.
Bingy
Bingy.
indeed. Well, I think
Gotta
we're
get that prize
just
pool to-
about ready to get started here. So, any last words before we get moving?
Bingy.
We got to get that prize pool to pay for Locke's doctor's visit.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to move you into bingo servers and lock them. Once you're in, you can confirm the top left goal and say you're ready.
May your bingies be bingy.
All right, and I am joined in the casting booth by none other than Rhino Feeder. Hi, Rhino Feeder.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Very excited for this matchup.
This is the guy who he kills bees, I think I've heard.
Yeah, it used to be birds, but now I kill bees. That's right.
Mhm.
Can you share screen when you get a chance, OJ?
Yes, absolutely. I knew there was
Yeah,
something
so
I forgot.
we've got an interesting matchup here. We've got, like we said, we've got Shade Summoners on one hand. We got Locke as the hand, Moach as the brain, and then we have surprise mechanics with Shelby as the brain and late entrant Marcus as the hand. This is going to be an interesting match because, like, very candidly, I believe Moch is probably a little bit stronger of a brain, but Marcus is probably one of the fastest players in the world right now, let alone this tournament. So I'm curious to see how both brains decide to attack this game. I think it's really going to come down to decision making between the brains, if I'm being honest.
All right. Well, 5 corner for locations confirmed. Everyone's ready. I'm counting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Bingy is on.
Boom. We have an interesting center square here, OJ. Why don't you talk about what you're seeing on the board?
I see Thorns of Agony, Baldur's Shell, and Sports Room, which is early game accessible for the most part. You can get Thorns and Baldur's Shell with just dash. Sports Room, of course, you need Claw, but it does take a little bit of a time commitment. But middle square, it's pretty good, and it has 2 pretty decent lines, to be honest.
Yeah, talk a bit about the lines you're seeing while these runners get through King's Pass and what we can expect, or what strategies you think Moch and Shelby might have their hands go for.
Well, if you want 0 and Alder Who, it's pretty simple to do TE Shades. Let me rephrase that. You can do TE Shades.
I'm thinking the same. I'm thinking the same. Yeah, you get Elder Who, you get Thorns, you get 0 in that too. You know, I mean, the top right, bottom left could be kind of scary really quickly, actually.
Mm-hmm. Top left, bottom right, also scary. 5 cornies, 4 eggs. We have a lot of fungal towards the middle of the board with Mantis Lords, the 3 charms, Elder Who, Fragile Heart, Great Strength. You know, go out a little further. We have 1500 Geo on the board, still in a corner square, so really strong.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of juicy options on this board. We'll see which team can force the other to play defense first, because I feel like that's usually a good spot to be in. When you can force your opponent to have to play defense instead of going for the lines they want, that puts a lot more control in your hands.
100%. An early game lead is going to be important here, but it does depend on how you use it.
Yeah, and as for early game lead, I mean, it's by no means is this a shot at lock at all, but Marcus is just right now there's a very good case to be made that he's probably one of the fastest, if not the fastest, Hollow Knight player in the world right now. So it's gonna be hard to keep up with the person who's currently crushing all skills world record, top times in any percent. You know, just very, very accomplished player.
Now, just to add a little bit of a harbinger, no, that's definitely not the word. Some sort of caveat, I guess, with Marcus is that he has all this experience with these categories. I'm not sure how much he's played outside of this. So things like Baldur's Shell, Spore Shroom, these are things you're not doing in a speedrun, and he probably won't get to them optimally. He'll get them fast, because he's fast, but not optimally. So outside of main progression, his power is a little weaker.
Yeah, I'm definitely curious to see how he goes about that. And also worth mentioning, like I don't want to cast or curse, but one of the matches so far this tournament, Marcus took a Hornet death, which is extremely uncommon for a player of his caliber, like unheard of. So anything can happen in bingo. That's that, you know, teams can look however good they want on paper, but that's why we play the game.
Yep, exactly that. I do also want to just throw my expertise at this. I don't think this is really even a Crystal Heart board. There are so many early goals. It's insane.
Yeah.
And a lot of them have good line synergy too. Like, I haven't talked about row 2. Row 2 is really good.
Let's see if so both teams did open up FC Stag. I think that's kind of just become normal at this point, like kind of standard. We'll see if either team decides to kill False Knight. I don't see a great reason to on this board. Okay, Surprise Mechanic's going to skip. Shade Summoner is also skipping. Yeah, no surprises here.
Mm-hmm. I'm looking for dive goals right now. Gom Garpede.
Yeah.
Yikes. Nothing really other than that. Yep, Gom Garpede is the only dive hard required goal.
Yeah, a part of me really wants to see really wanted to see a TE Shade skip for the top right, bottom left diagonal we talked about. I would love to see a team go for that really quickly.
I mean, this is going to become a fight faster than any board we've seen, I think.
Yeah. There's a lot of early game goals here, you know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know
We'll
what
see
you go
what
for,
happens.
honestly. There's so many good options. You can do the TE Shadeskip, get Elder Hoop +0. That blocks a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the board and has synergy. You
Mm-hmm.
can go for Mantis Lords, which early game Geo, that can synergize really well with Fragile Heartbeat Strength. Thorns of Agony, Baldur Shell Sporeshroom doesn't synergize with much all that well, to be honest, but it is the middle square, so who cares?
Right, yeah. There's so many advantages that come with having that middle square or, squares around it. But either way, I don't. I feel like if you're Moch, you probably don't want to get into a race in here. And if you're Shelby, you probably know that you have Marcus. You have one of the fastest hands that you could possibly have in this tournament. They're even skipping Soul Catcher. Wow.
That is, honestly, I'm surprised to see it on a board like this, that it could be an indicator of the TE Shadeskip.
Could be, yeah. Shade Summoners are going to pick up Soul Catcher. I mean, to be honest, you don't really need it. It's more so in, like, for any speedrunners watching, like, yeah, we don't need Soul Catcher, but with Quality of Life mod on, you don't have the animation that you get when you pick up a charm for the first time. And it's just a nice thing to have, especially with needing to collect more soul in latest patch, the Baldur kill. So it's usually a good option, especially some of these boards. You might not get another charm for a long time. Like,
Yep.
you might not get Shaman until like way later. So
Exactly how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
said the words for me.
Marcus going for the fireball skip, very well executed.
Nails it.
Nice. Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk about Marcus throughout the entirety of Green Path. That's up to you today. But I'll focus on Locke.
Sure, yeah. So Marcus got like a 2 or 3 spit. See, okay, 2 spit for Locke. Very nice. Shade Summoners making their way. So next thing to see, the next real deviation I can even think of in these two paths. What are we doing for Geo? We getting VFK? We getting Moss Knights? Neither? Both? Any reason to get grubs on this board? I'm looking for.
We do have 15
There's
grubs.
15 grubs there. Yeah.
Early game Geo could be pretty important, honestly. Fragile Heart, Greed Strength, 1500 Geo in the bank. Honestly,
Yeah,
potentially even Lantern.
That's why I've been looking at, like I think a really crushing play could be, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but top right, bottom left could just get out of control so quickly. And Lot going for fireball skip, well executed. Yeah, looking good here. See how Marcus does. Oh, takes a hit, not a big deal.
Locke has looked pretty clean through Green Path.
Nice double from Marcus there. Very nice, and at the same time, nice fireball skip from Locke. Very
we know
well
who the
done
faster
here.
player is, but I mean, there's only so much of a lead you can get in the early game before routes start to differ.
Yeah, definitely. And we'll see. I'm curious to see what Shelby's gonna call here. Okay, so they are gonna go for VFK. Just the Geo, maybe. See if.
From what I know, Shelby tends to be a pretty defensive player. In her last match, she was chasing. In the
Going for
match
both, by the
before
way.
that, she was chasing. So I wouldn't be surprised if she just tries to prep as much Geo as possible and block everything. But
Yeah.
this is not a board you want to be playing defense on.
No, you got to get aggressive. Marcus did really well with the Moss Knights too. Shade Summoner's struggling a bit with VFK here.
If you ever miss the quick kill, you want to go to the bottom right platform and he'll just fall down. You can get one quick fireball on him.
Huh, today I learned. So surprise mechanics, they get the journal there. That's a journal, right?
Yes.
Okay,
And
get the journal.
stag.
They're gonna open up Green Path.
I think the stag's a good play here.
Yeah, especially with that middle square on the board. I think that's a good grab to come back here.
Other than that, grubs, but I mean, the middle square is the really important one. Nothing else really matters.
Really good call from Shelby there. And Shade Summoners, they're gonna get this grub too. Shade Summoners might just say like, hey, realistically, we're probably not gonna beat Marcus to dash and claw. Let's start prepping some other goals. Get ready for a mid and late game. Because as we've seen multiple times, the fastest hand is not necessarily the team that wins.
I've seen a lot of people like to do. I could be wrong because I'm not as bingo-y as the rest of the people, but a lot of people tend to either skip VFK or Moss Knights and if there's grubs on that board, they'll get that grub, and they'll get the Geo from the Moss Knight, because it's basically canceling out, but while also prepping a grub goal.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous here with Shade Summoners on 2 health going into Hornet. We'll see what happens.
I can talk about Marcus now.
Gonna heal. Yeah, we can talk about Marcus here now that he's made it through Green Path. So do you think we're gonna see Leg Eater bench here? Any reason to go for that?
Oh, I think there's several reasons. I don't think we've seen a board with a lot more reason to go for Leg Eater bench.
Yeah.
Now they don't, but that could be an indicator of many things.
I mean, Shelby might want to get Claw and head on over to Dreamnail. And this has been outside of getting VFK and Moss Knights. This has been pretty just straight any percent for surprise mechanics. Shade Summoners with a pretty good clean Hornet kill there. Curious to see if Marcus goes to Wii Pogo here. It's definitely what I see him preferring when I watch him speedrun, but in bingo, you might not be quitting out. Forcing yourself to take 2 damage could be scary. Okay, he's not going to do it. He's just going to do the normal one.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
There's a miss.
Yeah. Let's see. It's funny. That's probably the most standard ePogo, but when you're so used to not doing it, it comes back to bite you sometimes.
Now, doing this is an indicator of potential Mantis Lords, if they want to have HP coming in.
Definitely. And Shade Summoners are going to bench at Leg Eater here, so we're seeing some difference in the route coming out of Claw, regardless of what happens here. Okay.
And now it's goals o'clock for surprise mechanics. They can go do anything they want. It's time to see their hand.
Yeah, I'm curious here. So they're not going to quit out. Maybe Mantis Lords. I think I've said this before many times. I think early Mantis Lords is bait, and they're not going to do it. Good.
Yeah, we said that in their last match, actually, I believe, too. That early Mantis Lords is bait, and I didn't want to see it.
Yeah. I have to agree there. Yeah, they're climbing back up here. I mean, this has to be heading over towards, like, Queens, right?
Yep. This could be Sports Room. Oh, they bought the Stag, too, so they could go get Sports Room, Queen Station, and then just go get the rest of those charms. Middle square rush, I like it.
Where are Shade Summoners going?
They want this bingy. Or, sorry, grub. Jesus, I'm reading chat.
Yeah, because they don't have Claw yet. They probably don't want to come back here after getting Claw.
I guess they want it open for Queen Station, and they're planning on warping to Leg Eater.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree there. Surprise Mechanic's gonna get this relic. Oh, taking that. And be careful there, you could die there really easily. Jeez.
Yep, down to 2 HP, but it shouldn't be a problem approaching Queen Station. I'm assuming they'll bench Stag to Green Path immediately. Did they get Sports Room? I didn't actually notice.
I didn't notice either, but I did see Shade Summoners go off to the left and open up the lever.
I don't think they had enough time to get it.
Nice No, me neither. Nice pogo. E-pogo from Shade Summoners. Doing the kind of low percent-ish setup. And very nice Mantis pogo. Cool. So Surprise Mechanic's going to go back to FC Stag. Okay, I think this is over to Dreamnail now.
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see what Shade Summoners do. They do still have their bench at Leg Eater. I think they're just going to grab Rhino Journal and maybe Warp. There's nothing for them to really continue to do down here. Yeah, there's the Warp.
Surprise Mechanics are heading towards Dreamnail, apparently. I don't know if it's a bad idea. I think there's so much you can do at the start of this game that it's a decent idea to just go get Dreamnail, get a little bit of progression over here, and then you can see what your opponent does and respond. Defensive. Yeah.
I think we're going to see Sly get saved here. Meanwhile, Shade Summoner's doing Shroomal Ogres. I really like this play from Moch. I really do, because like I kind of talked in the beginning, you don't want to force your hand to get into a race with Marcus, and that's not a shot at Locke by any means. That's just how damn good Marcus is playing lately in the world as a whole. So I like doing something slightly different here, but we'll see how it pans out for them. Oop, getting a fireball on the shade skip.
Good recovery.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, I think we'll see Dream now. I think we'll see 0. And Shelby's kind of prepped to go back to Green Path to get some goals there.
If Shade Summoners don't go Dream now, they will have priority on any of these fungal goals. You know, it's always a safe bet to go and get Lantern, go get progression, and just keep moving. So I wouldn't think it's the end of the world if that's what happens.
Yeah, do you think that Shade Summoners, if they just give up on Dreamnail, they can still win this board?
I've seen it happen before. And what do we have for Dreamnail goals, honestly?
I think it was like a couple matches ago with I forget who they played. Kara and Alyssa played somebody, but it was like a super heavy Dreamnail board, and then Alyssa was like, "Nope, we're not getting Dreamnail," and they ended up winning. You know, it can happen.
It definitely can happen. I think there's only like 2 Dreamnail goals here, with 0 and other who.
Yep, Shade Summoners are prepping for definitely starting to get some relics for Lantern here. They're gonna call the stag, but not use it. Okay.
Well, let's see where they go.
Yeah, interesting. Meanwhile, Marcus just doing Marcus things through Dreamplats.
This looks like middle square to me from Shade Summoners. They do have green path stag. And they'll win the race.
Both teams getting green. They'll win the race, but not sure where to
Corner
go.
for location. They forgot it.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, Moach probably telling him to go back and get Cornifer real quick.
All right, Shelby is Dream now. What's the play? Probably 0?
Probably 0, then to City, if I had to guess.
Ooh, missing the corner for location.
Who did?
Shelby did in Resting Grounds.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty common thing among newer brains to just skip specifically that corner for location and the Crossroads one.
Oh, nice save by Locke there. He almost fell in the acid. Yeah, we're going to see Spore Shroom here. For almost certainly. And we're seeing 0 from Surprise Mechanics like we expected.
We do unfortunately have a little bit of delay.
Oh no. Locke, don't die.
0 marked.
Cool. So that's going to be Shade Summoner's first little look at what Surprise Mechanics have been up to here. We're going to see they're going to go to Green Path. Yep, you called it, OJ.
Yep. Middle square works. I mean, they're behind for the whole line, I guess, if they're going for top left, bottom right, but...
Yeah. Where is this heading to? Balder Shell, probably, right?
Yeah, Balder Shell.
Yeah, this is Balder Shell. Curious to see what we get out of Surprise Mechanics here in City.
Well...
You can see any percent journal.
If they just go for Crystal Heart, there's stuff you can do with that.
Who now? Surprise Mechanics?
Yeah, if they just like rush it and let Shade Summoners do whatever they want. If Shade Summoners do the right thing, catastrophic. But if they don't, now Surprise Mechanics has everything they need to go conquer this board.
Yeah, definitely. All right, there's going to be Spore Shroom and Balder Shell. They just need Thorns now. Not going to warp out. They want to stick around here.
They want the grub, and then they'll warp.
Gotcha, yeah. Good call. So, Surprise Mechanics did get the Relic above Kings.
Oh, they're still climbing. That's interesting.
Yep, I will...
It's going to be the idol then, too.
Yeah, oh, geez, Marcus almost fell there. We're going to see G-Husk here. Probably Rafters to Lem Cell, if I had to guess.
That's my guess, too. This is not a dive board. This is the least dive board I might have ever seen.
Ever. Yeah, I do like the game Shelby's calling right now. Fun fact, in pre-game comms, Shelby asked me to talk tons of shit about her, but I just can't. She's actually calling a really good game right now.
Both of them are. I don't dislike either of these plays. Oh, the corner for location, too.
Corner for, nice.
That's 3.
Yeah, Moch squeezing every last bit of value he can get out of this trip to Cliffs. And I like that. You don't want to have to make a trip back if there's no need to.
Yep, and they saw Surprise Mechanics Mark 0, so they know that they're not really in competition here.
Right, yeah. Which honestly, these are my favorite types of bingo matches. I know races can be hype, and I like mini races. Like I like a race to one goal, but overall I like seeing completely different strategies because at one point or another, one team's gonna have to break and play defense.
Yep. Lines are going to be a huge threat. They're just so many good ones.
Yeah, definitely. Marcus
Good
gets
left side
rafters.
rafters. Yep.
Yeah, on his 1.5 try. Marcus is very comfortable with right side rafters, at least on 1-2-2-1. Might just not feel like taking the risk in a bingo match.
Yep. In a marathon setting, I don't see it as worth it.
Please just shoot 2 fireballs. Oh, okay, or heal.
Yep. Shooting 2 fireballs is the safe strat there. The smart one.
Yeah.
Thorns Vagony, Alder Shell, and Spore Shroom are marked.
Yeah. So Shade Summoners striking back with the dead center square of the board, giving them a lot of options here, but they are a bit behind in progression now from that. So we'll see how they have to come back here.
I like the idea of just getting that one goal, prep a couple others, and then go to progression. It's the middle square, it's the most pressure, but more importantly, you're not going to have pressure on you.
Right, I agree.
Ooh, 1500 Geo from Surprise Mechanics.
Yeah, nice.
I like this play a lot. They can go get Elder Who right now too if they want. I don't think there's a reason to yet, but they could.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't think there's a reason to. Okay, so they're going to put their money in the bank there. It's marked, bottom left. Cool. So I imagine we'll just see Saving Sly and then over to City for Shade Summoners. I hope they remember to bench though, because they did not bench there.
Only real question is whether or not they will go get what is it? Dreamnail. I doubt it.
Yeah, I think at this point, what other Dreamnail goals are still on the board? Obviously, Elder Who. We've talked about that a bunch.
A game quit out to read the language. It's kind of funny.
What's up? Sorry. Oh, gotcha.
Marcus had to switch.
Amazing. Are there any other Dreamnail goals I'm missing? Am I crazy here?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Just Elder Who, yeah. Or as Skate King says, Elder Hugh. I disagree with the pronunciation, to be clear. What do we got? So Surprise Mechanics coming back to Salubra here? Interesting.
They need Shaman Stone. They didn't get it their first trip round.
Gotcha, yeah. And they have the money. I think now they go get Lantern probably. Yeah, and Shade Summoners is skipping Dreamnail like you had predicted. I think that's the right call here.
I agree. I mean, they'll need some sort of progression, and by getting it to City, they can go get the 2 remaining corner for locations they need, I believe.
Yeah, that'd be a nice goal to mark. Yeah, there's I'm just I think they're doing a good job prepping goals. I'm a little worried about Shade Summoners and how far behind they are in progression. Like they're very behind to CR. You got it. Please shoot the fireballs. There you go. Alrighty, oof.
Now, it's time we start talking about line pressure, and Surprise Mechanics don't really have much yet on their way to peak, so they can do anything they want after this. But Shade Summoners do have a little bit of pressure on that top left, bottom right diagonal.
Yeah, they do. Oh my gosh, that would be a terrible death to take. But yeah, they've got the corner for locations. They're collecting slowly. Fragile Charms can come pretty quickly after selling to Lem here. Tane Vessel Fragment. Yeah, there's places to look at that. I'll be curious to see if they grab like maybe Queen Station or something. Not gonna. Okay, they don't have enough money. Never mind. Benching here is an interesting choice. I think it's the right choice, but they'll have to. It'll be a lot more expensive to get out of here now.
Skipping the grub and peak.
Yeah, I think Shelby's calling like an all-out rush to Seaheart here. Not sure why. Well, I'm sure she'll get Shopkeeper's Key. Maybe Idol. Okay, she's gonna get the Idol. They haven't really talked to any Cornifer locations though, have they?
Nope, they've skipped all of them.
Okay, they're gonna
Except
do this
for this
one. Let's see.
This is this
That's
is their first.
one. That's one right there.
They can hit them quick if they want to, but
Yes.
if Shade Summoners go for it, which they probably will, they'll get sniped. Oh my god.
Yeah.
That would have been sick if he recovered it with a pickaxe.
I know. Yeah, we're gonna see E key there, or shopkeeper's key, excuse me, which will
Yes.
lead to E key.
Potentially, yes.
I'm thinking too far ahead, you know. Thinking
You're
too far
cooking,
ahead.
is what we call it.
I'm cooking. God, yeah, I'm cooking with a microwave. Yeah, let's see. We're gonna see Seaheart here, obviously, out of surprise mechanics.
Yep.
Shade summoners, probably gonna see rafters.
Yet
Don't
again.
know another reason they'd be over here.
We have clear direction for a minute from both sides, but what they do afterwards is going to tell the game.
Yeah, definitely. Like right now, I don't know what Shelby's plan is after Crystal Heart here. I'm not really sure what she's calling.
Good point from Quado about top left, bottom right. The one problem is money. Fountain Vessel Fragment is 3k, and it's another like grand on top of that to get to Fragile Heart, Greed, and Strength. That's practically going to lock you out of Lantern for a while too, so they'd need to spend a considerable amount of time on it, at least.
I mean, they would need to like forego Lantern, I think.
Mm-hmm. And surprise
Maybe do
mechanics have C-dash.
tuck strats for eggs.
They can do anything they want now.
Surprise mechanic. Wow, they came right back to city.
Mm-hmm.
Wonder what their plan is. Shade summoners climbing up to storerooms, maybe.
Is this the egg?
Oh, this is probably one down.
Oh, the corner for location as well. Duh.
Oh, corner for location plus the egg. Yeah, I think they might be trying to prep top left, bottom right.
Good chance. It really feels like it.
Yeah.
On the right side, Shelby just gave Marcus all
Ismas.
movement. So Ismas, this is good for 3 waterway scrubs. So
Yeah.
good on that.
Okay, they are gonna go into. Is it actually faster to go this way?
I don't know. If you want to open up the wall for Sanctum entrance or Elgin
That's
Key,
true. Yeah, Shelby's done a very good job getting Marcus all the movement he needs. Like maybe we even get wings here. It kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
If he cancels the C dash early. No, okay. He's going into. It's not wings.
I hope it's not wings at this point. You don't need wings here.
Yeah.
Shade Summoners are going to get the 5th corner for location, by the way, which
Yeah.
will be a clear indication of that top left, bottom right.
Yeah, we'll see how Shelby responds. Because
It's
I mean,
gonna
you did
be-
mention she's a defensive player, and she has put her hand in a position to have all the movement he needs to go wherever he needs. There's the 5 corner for locations, like you said.
This could potentially be very fast if Shade Summoners go get Vessel Fragment and Greed and Strength. It's going to be an egg race. Have we ever seen an egg race?
Oh man, this is. I mean, we'll see if Shelby sees the threat here.
Mm-hmm.
Where are they headed now?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
They didn't buy Elgin Key, right? They didn't have the money.
I don't believe so. No. Did they?
Well,
They've spent 2840 Geo.
this could be the key for Juju's Hut, I guess, but I don't.
No,
Key
they're
for
going.
Tuck, I like a lot better, Cronster.
They're going to Sanctum. They're going through Sanctum here.
Oh no, this is.
Oh no, this is
This
like.
is terrible.
I'm gonna be literally in my head. I was thinking like going for dive is the worst thing. Like it's the one single worst thing Surprise Mechanics could do right now.
They'll just get locked in.
Oh,
Hopefully
no.
they TP out once they see Greed, Heart, and Strength marked,
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
which should be any second. So we'll have to see how they play.
Yeah. It almost would benefit Shade Summoners to get it like a minute from now. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they've got it marked, and they're gonna go through with this fight. Oh no. OJ, what's going through your head right now, man?
Fear. I mean, I'll say as casters, most people know, but we don't have a dog in the fight. We just want more bingo.
I want to see a long match. I want
Exactly.
to see the longest match possible. That's my dog in the fight. Oh my gosh.
Shade Summoners are still short 600 Geo for Fountain Vessel Fragment, and they're buying something from Sly. Lantern. Okay. Pressure's
Lantern.
gone. Pressure's gone.
Oh no.
Well,
If only they knew.
you know, it is going to potentially force Surprise Mechanics to go get Vessel Fragment for the block, which isn't the end of the world. It's not a bad play. And if they still get 4 eggs, they're going to block almost every possible bingo for Surprise Mechanics.
Now, I know, and I'm seeing in chat, we got a couple people disappointed in the Lantern, but keep in mind, Moch has no idea that Surprise Mechanics is fighting Soul Master right now. Like, for all they know, for all Moch knows, he could be thinking like, cool, I've got them playing defense, I'm gonna do a little bait and switch and change on them, you know?
Exactly. Surprise Mechanics have prepped so much gear, it's insanity.
Oh my god, yeah.
But Shade Summoners have more goals on the board and are about to be practically tied in progression, because dive does not matter for this board, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll be curious to ask, like, I don't want to do a full board analysis and post-game comms, but I just want to know what Shelby's thought was going for dive here, because I don't think it buys you anything on this board.
Well, Gome, Garpede Entry, and D-Dark, that's it.
Yeah.
And I guess they also have Dream Nail, so you can
No,
throw Elder
no
Who in
fake
their
dive
favor
for the
too.
grub. No fake dive for the grub.
Yep.
Very surprising to see.
Mm-hmm. Is it possible they just missed it? I didn't really get a look at their dive.
It very much didn't look like they even went for it.
Okay.
What are Shades? Oh, Shade Summoners, that's right. They don't even have Sea Heart yet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this match is so far from over at this point. People are still scared about that top left, bottom right. Shade Summoners are broke. Yeah, they're getting money. Maybe they'll go kill CG1 here and get more money, but even then, it's just... They have to get so much money to get that Fountain Vessel Fragment.
Yeah, it's not gonna be cheap.
If they wanted that line, they would have gone for it first. They wouldn't have gotten Lantern.
And honestly, it doesn't look like Shelby's playing with any pressure either. Like she hasn't. It doesn't look like she's reacted in a way that tells me she's scared of top left, bottom right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not seeing her rush for eggs. I'm not seeing rushing for Geo.
Eggs are coming 1 second. They might even be marked. I don't know if they're at 3 or 2 for Shade Summoners. Oh, they're skipping the egg. Never mind.
Skipping the egg. Well, okay.
This is more of the timeless bingo strategy where you listen to what the casters say and do the other thing.
I know, right? I'm convinced, man.
I really am.
All right, so Surprise Mechanics gonna open the stag. Oop. Lock a little behind the cycle. Okay, he's okay. He caught up. So, Surprise Mechanics are off somewhere. Is this back to city? No, because they would have just taken the stag. So where are they going? Blue Lake egg, I think. Yeah, this has got to be progression egg. You still with us, OJ?
Yes, I am. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. Yeah, so this is going to be the Blue Lake egg.
Yep. And that's 3. Is it 3 to
Yeah.
3 eggs?
Now, I think so, yeah.
If Shelby had gotten the egg by Isma's tier, this would have been 4.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that may have just been an oversight by her.
Mm-hmm. Egg race! Let's go! This is what I like to see.
Let's go. Yes, standard egg race. A staple of all bingo matches. Where are Shade Summoners heading here?
They're at least going to open this gate, I guess, which, sure.
Oh.
There's an egg down here in the dark room. I forgot.
Oh, my, you're right. You are correct.
I have no idea how many eggs they have. They could also go get the dive entrance egg. Oh, it's going to be so close to the eggs if this is not their 4th. Well, actually, I don't know where...
They're going for the egg. Yep, this is the egg.
Is there an egg here for Surprise Mechanics?
Rancid egg? How many was that? I mean, it's not 4 because the gold
It's 3
unmarked.
to 3, but they're probably going to go get the same one that Surprise Mechanics just got, so they are already sniped.
Yeah. Oh my god, the line pressure is going to be nuts right here.
Yep. I mean,
Oh my god.
money is still heavily in favor of
Yeah, they're still
surprise
broke.
mechanics. Yep.
They are still broke as a joke.
Yeah, I don't feel the pressure as much. I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly hope that Shade Summoners completely forget about getting the Vessel
Oh my god,
Fragment.
they have 4 now, yeah.
Yep, that's eggs.
We'll see. Yeah, we could see Moach just say, "Yeah, I got line pressure. Let's go do other stuff now." Like, is he like? What's the fountain vessel fragment cost?
3,000.
Yeah, they are. I guess I don't know what relics they have right now, but
They
I
have
know
2
they've sold off
kings,
once.
1 King's Idol.
Getting some grubs now.
Yep. It looks like Locke and Mocha are already preparing for majority.
Is there a world where they get Grubfather Geo to afford fountain vessel fragment?
I think we are staring at that world right now, to be honest. There's
Oh
a very
my
good chance that's where
god!
they're headed.
Oh my! No way,
It's
dude.
either that or they're here for 1 mask shard, maybe. Or 1 mask.
That would be nuts.
This is, again, Fountain Vessel Fragment is already marked, by the way. It's been...
Wow.
Wow. I
How?
looked away for 10 seconds. That's how
Wait,
fast they can do that thing.
How was it marked?
Wait,
They didn't go there? No, that's... No. That's... Yeah. What do we do?
why is it
they-
marked? Oh, they unmarked it. Okay. Well,
What marked it?
maybe she just clicked it by accident.
Yeah, Huh.
Left mouse button
Okay.
instead of right mouse button. That's probably what I'm thinking. Trying to star the goal to look at it.
So they did get Geo, not nearly enough, but, you know. Yeah.
Well, nearly enough. And Shade Summoners, they're looking strong, pushing their majority.
I don't think we have do we have a rule about that? I'm gonna be that guy for a sec. I
We
think
do
it's
have a
okay
rule.
though.
There is a rule that if you have it marked for 1 minute, it goes to the other team automatically.
Gotcha. Okay.
It was not marked for
Yeah,
a minute, so
That was like 3 seconds. Yeah. Okay, cool.
yeah.
How many grubs are Shade Summoners at?
14.
14.
Wow,
14.
I didn't realize they had gotten that many.
Oh yeah, they're cooking. And I think now that, and this is now we talked about it. Forcing the opponent to play defense is always a good position to be in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is Okay.
I think this might be some unfortunate routing from Shelby. If she's going here to get
Yeah.
300 Geo along the way, it's not going to
She's
happen.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a long grind.
Mm-hmm.
She's getting the journal. She's gonna warp back and sell to Lem. I think. No. What's the play here?
15
There's the
grubs
15th
marked.
grub. Yeah, they got the archives grub here.
That tells you immediately that they're not going for
Okay,
obtained
so
vessel fragment.
Yeah. It's one of those things though where like you can't like if you're surprise mechanics, how do you let it slide? Like your tournament life is on the line with that one goal.
Well, that's kind of bingo, man. It's
Yeah,
a
that's
mind game.
bingo. That's bingo, yeah. Shelby rolling the dice here.
Mm-hmm. Now, we know Sharp Shadow sucks and Watchcloth Die sucks, but they are in the same line, so whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and Moach is really doing a great job swallowing up this board here. I think he's done a great job not getting into a race, making sure he's calling a nice balanced game that
Mhm.
Locke can execute well. And surprise mechanics have some work to do. Like they're behind now.
They are behind. And Shade Summoners can do whatever they want. This could be a Wings play. It could be Palor.
I mean, what advantages surprise mechanics has Isma? They're down a lot of goals in line pressure, and they have Ismas and dive to show for it, which I don't
And
think
Dream
are.
Nail, so Elder Who.
Oh, Dream
sure.
Nail, that's true. They have Elder Who. Yeah.
And
gonna
again, once
see-
they sell here, or once they go get Fountain Vessel here, they can do whatever they want. But
Yeah.
Shade Summoners have prepped a ton in this time.
Yep, they're getting cloth here.
This is a clear indicator of row 3 for any row 3
Yeah.
enjoyers.
God, they're gonna have pressure on, like intense pressure on, 2 lines right now. This is gonna be intense.
Yep. Now,
Oh,
Paylor still sucks.
man.
For now 3, you need 3 Paylor total? That's correct. Yeah, 3 Paylor.
Yes.
That's a lot. They're probably going to need
Oh,
Crown
don't die.
Lore.
Okay,
They don't
oof.
have Dream Nail, so they're not going to get the Essence one very fast.
Right.
This is definitely the long
Okay,
con.
so they did go block Vessel Fragment, which Moch was probably expecting. And you know now that you're like, they just spent 3,000 Geo and you know they got Lantern. Just because of how quick. Well, I guess you don't know they got Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess you don't necessarily know, but if you're Moch, like you know you've got a lot of options now.
Is Shelby going to go get wings here?
Yeah, I think that's the only reason you would head over here.
Yep.
There's
Shelby
no
is
reason to get the
getting
grub.
Marcus everything but damage, I guess.
They got Shaman, huh? That's about it, if you count that.
Yep.
We don't remember if they got Iki, do we?
They did not. They
Okay.
are poor as hell, I believe. Shade Summoners are also heading back down here. This could also be a wings play. Probably is. There's no other reason to be here. Unless they shade skip to Hidden Station, it's a wings play.
Okay, it's wings, yeah. So what do you see on the board here that would warrant both these teams going for wings at this point?
Well, there's only one hard lock, technically, with CG2, and it's not a hard lock. So I have to assume this is a Hornet 2 indicator.
Yeah. I believe I saw Surprise Mechanics get the simple key as well.
Mm-hmm.
It'll
Surprise
be crucial
Mechanics,
for saving the grubs.
not only do they have a lead on the, wings, but they have a lead on the way there, too, with Ismas. They don't even have to worry about going for ACN, whereas Lock, I mean, you don't know.
Yeah, you just don't know. And now, like, we talked about this, what you don't want to do is get into a race with Surprise Mechanics.
That is true.
Because, like, there is a world where Marcus could just snipe you to every single goal.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens here, though. There's Broken Vessel dead for Surprise Mechanics. Shade Summoner's still heading there.
Yep.
Cool. No reason to stick around for Lost Connect. Well,
Pale
the
Lore,
essence.
but that's it.
Yeah, if you want the essence for Pale Lore, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Shade Summoner's gonna open the shortcut.
I have to say, through this whole game, Shade Summoners have been cooking deeply.
Oh yeah, but still not over. Like row 5 could happen.
Row 5 absolutely could happen.
Row
Honestly.
5 could be a knockout punch.
Ooh, actually, CG2
Yeah.
plus the Arcane Egg and Queen's Garden Stag. If Surprise Mechanics go there now, oh my god, this would be ridiculous. We'd have a line race.
They can't be beat to Hornet 2. And if whoever wins, if you win Hornet 2, you're getting Arcane Egg. Now, granted, getting the Arcane Egg, that would probably have to come as the last goal that you get because you're down in Abyss for a while. Like you're kind of locked down there for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But you never know here.
Shelby has her eyes set on Queen's Garden Stag, and I love this play. This is so interesting.
This is Surprise Mechanics' way back into this race, and Shelby knows it.
Mm-hmm.
But all of these goals, like CG2, not as much CG2, but collecting an Arcane Egg, unlocking Queen's Garden Stag, these are long goals.
Oh, yeah.
Very, very long goals. But then again, so are all the goals that Shade Summoners need to do to block it.
Yep. QG first, I agree, Monka. But Surprise Mechanics are, 1, extremely fast, and 2, if they have to get to Trader Lord, they'll get to Trader Lord first because they have QG Stag.
Right.
So not only are you putting pressure on your line, you're putting pressure on theirs.
Yeah. Very nice from Marcus. Okay, we're going to see Hidden Station Stag from Shade Summoners. I wonder what their play is here. Because Moch has to be queued in now that row 5 is a pretty scary threat at this point.
Well, not necessarily. They could easily be more focused on their line threat. But
row 3 there?
Yep. The one thing that they might do is CG2 immediately so they can get the Crown Ore while they're there. Yep.
The other thing too is that if they want row 3, getting Sharp Shadow, you'd probably collect the Arcane Egg along the way. So you'd block row 5 and get your row at the same time.
Yep, that's 100% true.
Yeah. So we're gonna see Shade Summoners. This is likely CG2.
Yep. Now this
I
arena,
like this play.
this arena
this
for Marcus,
is-
by the way, extremely dangerous.
Yeah. Did they bench in when they opened? Well, did they
They
bench
did
at the
not.
bench below here? Yeah. So this could be really scary.
Yep. This isn't 1-2-2-1. Those guys do damage, and a lot of
That's
1-2-2-1 runners
right.
just don't know how to deal with it.
Dude, I am that 1-2-2-1 runner. They are pure. Oh my gosh, Marcus, please. Oh god.
Oh,
Oh
that's
god.
what you hate to see. Oh my god, I thought he was
Dude,
gonna dash
no,
left.
no joke. I almost think a death helps them here. If Shelby's just like, hey, screw this, we're going. No, Shade Summoners takes the death instead.
Oh god, what is happening?
Oh goodness. I mean, oh my. Now they still have priority on getting it. They're going to Dirtmouth instead. Oh no, this is tragic.
This is
Where are they headed? GG's?
GG's hut. They're getting their shade back. That's kind of a decent play. I honestly thought it'd be marked earlier, but
I think they need to just go right back to CG2.
they definitely can. It's faster to go from this direction, anyways.
They got Kill Your Shade and GG's. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe the logic is let's just do this while we're here, anyways. But like, I gotta be honest. What you don't have long to stop the monster that is Marcus from racing you to CG2, and that's not a race
That's
you
where
want to
they're
get
headed
into.
now. They're going straight to CG2.
Now, yeah. Are they? Oh yes, they're going to go this way.
This is the faster way. So
Yeah,
when they died,
correct.
they said, "Okay, we meant the wrong way
Yes.
anyways. Let's go get our
Yeah,
shade and let's just run it back."
Yeah, yeah, and it's going to be a bit here for. Do you think they bothered fighting Marmu? Surprise mechanics.
For the pale ore, probably not. No,
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's.
especially you can come back anytime. It's right next to the stag.
Yeah, that's true. You can just come back if you want it.
Again,
Let's see. Yeah, I think if you get. Okay, there's Queen's Stag, so Shade Summoners know exactly what they're dealing with here. They know they've got time. So
Yep.
I'm gonna say personally, as a hand, I don't think this is illegal. You can tell me. As a hand, I like when my brain tells me how intense I need to be playing. Like
you
like,
can
let me
say
know-
speed. Yeah,
yeah,
go
like-
fast, all in.
like
all that.
let me know if I'm like I need to go balls to the wall, like all in. Let me know like, hey, like take it slow, just survive. Like if I'm Moach right now, I'm telling Locke like take your time here. Like we have all the time in the world, no risk, just do it.
Surprise mechanics are gonna
Because-
get sniped on CG2, by the way.
Yeah, because right now Marcus is heading here. If Shade Summoners die, like that's the worst thing that could happen is if they die.
If they do die to CG2, this is absolutely tragic for them.
Yep, that could be game
It
because
really could
you're not gonna beat surprise mechanics to Hornet 2 when they have Ismas and
That's
everything.
not necessarily true.
That's
only
true
because
if they
have
know
hidden
ACN.
station.
Oh, that's true. That's true. They have hidden station. I don't know if Locke knows ACN.
But taking one
Ooh.
hit already, there's like never a safe spot to heal in this fight, so you just gotta play
No,
it
you can't.
safe.
You have play this safe. You have all the time in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh geez. Yep. They're gonna get sniped on
This
this
is
as
gonna be
long as
so
Shade Summoners
close.
don't die.
Yep.
Oop.
This guy doesn't take a lot of damage. Oh,
Oh
one
no,
more
he
hit!
jumps into the laser. Oof.
Oh, it's gonna be close, but I think they got it.
Yeah. Okay, I see
Yep,
CG2. Yep, there it
CG2
is.
marked. Wow.
Getting sniped. Oh. Yep.
Notice he
Shelby
has the
immediately
enter.
abandons. Wow. Great defense from oh, is that all lines blocked?
That is
Yes.
all lines blocked for blue.
Yeah.
They're gonna
Wow.
stay here and get D-Dark. Shade Summoners are gonna stay and get Crown Ore.
Yeah, is D-Dark on the board or something?
It is. It's row
They
3 or column 3.
Yes. Descending Dark. Yep, there it is. Cool. Yeah, maybe we see yeah, we're gonna see Crown Ore here.
Yep.
Where do you get another Pale Ore without the Seer one? You need 3, you said, right?
Yep. Nosk is one.
Yeah, they already got the one in Basin.
Nosk isn't terrible just because you have 5 deepness grubs and midwife and waterways. That's all
Yeah.
in line. Oh my god, Goman Garpede too. All of that is deep nest. That's
Yeah,
so much
and-
more dangerous than row 3 in my eyes, to
That's
be honest.
those are dive goals too. The Go and Garpy is a dive goal.
Oh, that is true. So Surprise Mechanics
Yep.
has,
They have all the
Priority.
priority on that.
and summoners know it now because they've marked Descending Dark.
Yep. So they probably know that they were in a CG2 race now. Like, because there's no way Surprise Mechanics would have marked D-Dark that soon after you mark CG2.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Unless they were already in P. Oh, be careful. You can get Wombo comboed and die. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're safe now. So Surprise Mechanics heading back to Resting Grounds here. Do they have enough essence for the... What do you
No.
call it?
They do
Yeah.
not. They need to kill Elder Who and another boss that drops 100. I don't know what they're doing here.
Gotcha. Yeah, taking the stag. Interesting. Okay. I mean, I guess this is probably the closest stag after getting D-Dark. I don't know where their warp was. Oh, they benched CG1. I think they benched after they killed CG1.
Now, this is interesting. They're either
Yeah.
here for Mantis Lords, Elder Who, or all of Deep Nest is down here too. They can just go
Yeah.
wipe out all of those goals.
Meanwhile, what are Shade Summoners up to? They also benched CG1 for what it's worth.
I think they're just escaping. They might have benched
Yeah.
at CG2, or I think they did bench at CG1.
They totally did. Yeah, they 100% did. I'll say 90%. I'll say 90 because my brain, it's not what it used to be here. Yeah, this is probably Mantis Lords.
I guess this is Elder Who.
Could be. Elder Who and Mantis Lords they might do.
Shade Summoners don't have Queen Station, do they?
I don't know if I'm being honest.
Well, either way, I think this is one mask.
Yeah, well, I think you're right. Yeah, they're gonna. Yep. Okay, they're getting mask shards here. Meanwhile, yep, Elder Who coming out of Surprise Mechanics. We'll see how Marcus handles this fight. Give Shelby a moment to think about what the next move is too, but I'm pretty sure it's Mantis Lords here.
Mantis Lords into Deep Nest. I like it, honestly.
I like this a lot. Yeah, I mean, I know it looks like Shade Summoners has the lead, but like, this is far from over.
Absolutely.
There's a
far from over.
lot of counterplay here that Shelby can enact.
Yep. Not to mention, like, one death and it's so even. It's insane.
Did they get the mask shard from Grubfather? Shade Summoners?
I don't
Because
know.
they only need one more. They only need one more mask shard right now.
They're gonna mark it any second because they're getting this one at Queen
This
Station.
one, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't matter then, I guess. Because I was like, is the one at Grubfather still just vibing there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh no, it starts you all the way back at the beginning.
Yep. Small time loss is about to add up. But Shade
Yeah.
Summoners go straight to Deep Nest. I mean, that column or that row 1 is still so dangerous.
Yeah.
Surprise Mechanics doing probably Mantis Lords means they can just do that if they want to. Nope, King Station, the pivot.
Yeah, hard pivot. Yeah, because
Hornet 2,
Surprise
probably.
Mechanics. This is definitely Mantis Lords now. Like I will declare that at this point. They're going Mantis Lords, but I don't. Yeah, if you're Surprise Mechanics, I think the play is after this you go Deep Nest, you get Gom Garpede, save the 5 grubs, talk to Midwife. That's 3 nice quick goals you get.
Maybe.
And
but
you can get Trampass there on the way to prep for Waterways grubs.
now that they've indicated Elder Who, those Shade Summoners now know they
Oof.
don't have to worry about getting sniped on row 3.
Nice acid skip from Locke too.
Yep.
That one can be a little tricky.
That could matter a lot too. If Shade Summoners are in fact going for the row 3 victory, Surprise Mechanics can easily make up the difference via QGA and Queen's Garden Stag. Like,
Yeah.
that time loss that you can get trying to hit QGA adds up ridiculously fast.
Yeah, I agree. Let's see if Marcus farm. Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna farm the guy above for soul.
Honestly,
And I believe Shade Summoners skipped the bench too. They did
Yep.
heal a little bit, but see how Locke does here. This is not an easy fight with only white spells.
mm-hmm.
Oh, good movement. Meanwhile, Marcus has D-Dark for Mantis Lords over here, which is useful against most of their attacks.
Yeah. as far as boss fights goes, surprise mechanics is going to be a lot faster no matter what. Though can we have one or two on the left side of your screen as well?
Yeah, Locke has done really well staying calm, staying patient, not panicking.
I have to say, this is
very nice. Two exquisite boss fights going on right now.
This is still so close to call. Surprise
Yeah,
mechanics are probably going to go
agree.
do all of Deep Nest, honestly, which dangerous.
I like the play. Yeah. Do you think they do Nosk for the Palor?
They skipped Crown, so
True.
I don't know. If it were me, I'd probably skip it. But if it were me, I'm probably head to Hornet 2 right now, anyways. Trampass is nice because it'll get you to Sharp Shadow faster. Like, they have priority on getting to Sharp Shadow and getting to watch Cloth die. They do not have the actual Shade Cloak required.
Nice Hornet too. Well, watching Cloth die too, I don't know if they witnessed her in Basin yet, did they? Surprise mechanics?
I don't think so, but it's really not that big a time loss because you have to head down there to get Shade Cloak anyways.
Nice movement from Marcus. Fun little skip to get back up there. So where are they headed to?
The grub up here.
Ah, yes. Because I gotta get all 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Including Mimic Grub.
So,
Shade Summoner is gonna get Kingsbrand. Do you think they just head right to Abyss here, or do you think they're just prepping?
I think they head right to Abyss. There's 3 goals there. So,
Yeah,
whatever.
true.
They have wings. They can get out. Oh my god, Marcus, don't die.
Yeah.
We started to talk about it a lot more than we used to. But if you are a hand and your brain is just keeping you from quitting out, it's so hard to keep yourself from taking damage over time. You're just going to start to get whittled down.
Yeah, I mean, there definitely is an element as being a. I think personally, part of being a good brain is not necessarily only calling the best route, but also making sure you're putting your hand in a position to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Shade Summoners. I think this is an Abyss play. Surprise mechanics again. No shock here that we're just seeing them. They're gonna gobble up those 3 Deep Nest goals here.
Mm-hmm. This is definitely row 3, but
yeah, we're gonna see. This is gonna be just set up. Get the Arcane Egg just because he's majority wins too at this point. Oh wait, they're gonna stag to Green Path. They want. Okay, nope. Okay, that was a mistake. Queen Station. I was gonna say like, why Queen Station? Convince me, Shade Summoners.
Deep Nest synergy. I mean, they were indicating that they wanted. Oh, I guess they're going to the left.
Yeah, I guess they were just prepping to go to Hornet or to go to Abyss.
If they spend too long prepping this line, Surprise Mechanics is gonna get nail 3 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to be careful.
All right, let's see if they go for Nosk. They're obviously getting the grub.
Yeah,
no
definitely. No Nosk. Okay, so that's indicating to me they're not interested in L3 at this time. Unless there's better ways to get the 3 Pale Ores. Like they could do Seer, they could do Hollow Nest Crown, Basin, or
skipping Trampass for now. Or going the faster way because they have Lantern.
We're getting Wraiths here. Interesting.
Why
Wraiths?
I guess they don't have any damage for Trader Lords, so sure, they can get Shriek on their way.
Oh, that's true. They want to fight Trader Lord. If they know they're gonna go down into Abyss anyway. Yeah, this might just be Moach saying, "Hey, I want to make sure my hand has the tools that he needs to be successful."
Mm-hmm. All right. Surprise Mechanics have 1 grub left in Deep Nest, I believe. It's the one in Beast Den.
Yeah, which will be very easy to grab with wings.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to go through the whole animation. You don't need to lock yourself in here.
Then they'll grab Midwife and...
Do you think they'll head back to Trampass?
Oh, Midwife first. Ooh.
Midwife first. Interesting.
It's a misplay, honestly.
Yeah, because now, like... no, you can climb back up a bit, I guess. It's not the end of the world. You can climb back up,
it's just slower.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so now we're gonna see Abyss from Shade Summoners. And I forgot that I keep forgetting they have Hidden Station, which makes it very quick to pivot around here. So they're gonna be in Abyss for a while now. They're gonna have to climb out. It looks like all signs point to them doing Abyss Shriek, Shade Cloak, getting the Arcane Egg. That's gonna take a while to climb back out. Surprise Mechanics needs to make this time count.
Yes, they do.
I mean, I think sniping Nail 3 could be a good way back in this game for Surprise Mechanics. I'm not sure, though.
I mean, they don't have a lot of Geo, so they're already losing in that front for it. But they do have Dream Nails, so they'll get that Palor.
Right. Yeah. They'll get that. Yeah, they have the Seer Palor.
Obviously, they'll get
Crown,
Basin.
yeah.
Basin's always fast. Crown, I guess,
Yeah.
is the next fastest. It's better than Nosk.
Oof. Lock was just a little too high in that C-dash. There's the grub.
Oh, they missed one.
Oh, yeah, which grub? Oh, did they miss the spiky grub on the way to Trampass? If you go Lightroom?
Yep, they
If you go
did.
through the light, yeah, that's the one they missed, I believe.
That is actually really bad.
Hopefully they realize quick, yeah, because now they're at the and they bench here too. So they're locked in.
Well, they can take the stag, but
Yeah, they can stat. Yeah. Oof.
they're probably gonna warp the second they see Arcane Egg marked, because that indicates Washcloth Die, Sharp Shadow, Nail 3. Terrifying.
Yeah.
God, I can't predict what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
in this match.
Instead of Wraiths, I wonder if they could have just gotten Nail 3 for damage against Trader Lord, but they're kind of broke still. I mean, they'll get money though from Arcane Egg and stuff. They could totally afford it, but they don't have the Pale Auras either.
Mm-hmm. It's currently
Surprise
8-8 as far as goals go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this is ridiculously close.
Why did I feel like Shade Summoners had? Well, I guess they did until recently. Because the Surprise Mechanics, yeah, they just hit Mantis Lords, Elder Who, and Talk to Midwife pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So there is Shade Cloak. There's the Arcane Egg marked.
9-8.
Yeah, geez. Now again, it's gonna take Shade Summoners a while to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. The
Right,
question
there's the
is,
5
why do you
grubs,
get this
9-9.
Palor now?
Keep in mind though, Surprise Mechanics still needs to block the bingo. They can't win off majority just yet.
Mm-hmm. So they need Nail 3, Washcloth Die, or Sharp Shadow.
Yep. They're gonna have to get one of them, and I think the only reasonable one they could win is Nail 3.
I agree.
I think they will win that one. They have so much more priority to that than do Shade Summoners.
The only thing of note other than that is the money, though. It takes a lot of money to buy it. It's like, what, 200?
Oh god,
800?
Locke doesn't know how to get out of here. Yeah, you can't go that way. No, you need to go like left, 7 miles to the left. Like get away from the right side. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
All this time loss adds up.
It really does. There's Trampass, like we expected.
Yep.
They're not going to warp out though.
They might tram to Basin.
They
Then
could tram
edge.
to Basin. This is true. I mean, the thing is, how like they need to go into Basin at some point to win the game. They
Yes.
literally need to. Actually, no, they don't, because they could Nail 3. I keep forgetting Nail 3 is a thing on the board that exists, even though I said it 6 seconds ago. Right, so there's Cloth there.
Remember, have we said it? I don't think we've mentioned 2 of these goals a single time. Dung Defender's on the board, Pale Lurker's on the board. They're just time 6. They're nothing important. Who cares?
Nothing important there. Yeah, no.
Shelby is
How
making
many-
Marcus go all the way across Deep Nest and
Oh,
back.
jeez.
This is like all
So
Deep
many
Nest.
times, yeah. How many Pale Aura do Shade Summoners have? I believe 2. They have
1.
Crown and... No, I thought they have Crown
yeah,
and the
you're right.
Basin
2,
one.
2, 2.
Yeah, they got Crown.
So this is Nosk then. They're going Nail 3 first. Well,
I like it. I like it.
it's a winning play.
when you're in a situation like this, you lock your opponent out of the one that they could reasonably beat you to first.
Mhm.
Because I don't think there's any world where they get beat to Watchcloth Die or Sharp Shadow. They have so... No, you're going to hit that guy. Oh, wow. It kills him. Today I learned. But yeah, this is the right play from Moch. Calling an excellent game, a winning move here. And Shelby's going to have to cook something special up here to stop it.
Yep. I
Yeah,
honestly
this
don't see
is-
it happening.
Yeah, if you're Moch right now, you just don't panic. Just keep playing your game. If you're Shelby, you might need to panic a little bit to get back into this. Yeah, let's see what Moch's play is here.
The only other thing he could cook down here is Trampass to get back to Sharp Shadow. No. He has Shade Cloak. So he's going to get Shade Cloak right now. Nosk is up in the air.
Go for the knockout punch. Yes, the damage. No, okay, 2 damage tanks doesn't matter. Do they? Now here's the question. Do they bench for Nosk? I think they need to not bench for Nosk. Heal in the hot springs. Don't bench. Okay. No. Okay. Oh my god.
Relax. Okay. I was gonna say I don't think a bench is the end of the world because Mask Maker up to Queen's Gardens is practically the same speed from where they are.
Listen, let me make it hype for the crowd, okay?
That was not for the crowd. That was a guttural bingo instinct that you pulled out.
Dude, we've been casting together too long. You know me too well. Let's see.
Oh, this is such a good match.
So what's Shelby's play here? There's Sharp Shadow.
Well,
yep, so they climb back out.
I don't know what Shelby's play is here.
They need to get another Pale Lore. They have 2 Pale Lore, I believe, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need to get a 3rd. That's their only... if they don't get Nail 3 right now, that's kind of just GG.
I don't think it's even faster at this point. Nosk is so fast with Abyss Shriek.
Yeah. And Locke has demonstrated some excellent boss fighting.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you can just see. Oh, yeah. Farm a little. They don't have enough money, I don't think, to do surprise mechanics for Nail 3, and they don't have the Pale Lores for it either.
I don't know what relics they have. They certainly
don't have 3 Pale Lore. Yeah, that's right. That's one important relic they're missing right there. Oh no. A quick goal check. We have 10 for Shade Summoners and 9 for surprise mechanics.
Yeah.
Is this saving the grubs and waterways?
Yep. This is
I'm gonna just say it. Does Shelby know she can't win off majority right now?
I don't know. I honestly don't. I don't think she can get majority before Shade Summoners get this anyways.
It doesn't matter. Even if you do, she could get every goal on. She could get Pale Lurker, Dung Defender, and Gome Garpede. It won't matter.
Yep. This is
Locke is playing this very smart. Not using his Vengeful Spirit at all. Yep. Making sure he saves all of his soul for those Abyss Shrieks. That's why Moch got it for him.
Yep, and Abyss Shriek is so good here, especially with wings. You can just hit Nosk in the ceiling.
Yeah. Yep. Get another one. Get into the corner here. Oh, okay. Maybe a heal one here. Yep. I don't hate it.
Dung Defender. Surprise mechanics are pushing for majority, but they're not gonna hold up.
They don't know. There's no way.
8,
this is and there's
10, 11, 12. They might get majority first. This might be the first game we ever see where someone gets 13 goals and loses.
Yeah. There's the Pale Lore. So what do they do? They take... How do they get out of here? Oh. Wait, what? Am I crazy?
What?
How did Shade Summoners get out of there?
Wait. Did they bench warp out?
Hang on. Yeah, how did they get out there?
Because I know they benched.
No, hang on. No, they totally benched.
We panicked because you panicked.
Oh, that's right. Yes, they didn't. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Right, I placeboed it, you know. I wished it into
was
existence.
So strong, I was sure.
I know. Okay, move. All right, so Moch is just okay. So cool, incredible play from Moch then to not bench at Hot Springs. Get out, because I was like, wait a second, hold up. Do they have? I mean, they have the Arcane Egg. That's a shit ton of money right there.
Mm-hmm.
Is 3,000 geo enough?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
It's more than enough.
Yeah, I'm at this point. I'm convinced Shelby doesn't realize that row 3 exists.
I agree.
That's it.
I think she's gonna go get Pale Lurker.
Yeah. Yeah. They have 11 goals to 10 for Shade Summoners. But again, doesn't matter if you don't block the bingos. Oh, this is going to be so unfortunate. And no, you can talk. Okay, I shouldn't tell all of my opponents watching this match this, but you can just talk to Nailsmith on the right side, just like you can with Lem.
Yep.
And it'll
Q
buy
does
like the
that.
maximum. Yeah. Oh, okay. He does it now. Oh, there we go. Cool. Moat's probably letting him know.
All
All
right.
right. Watchcloth die and.
Shelby's either going Pale Lurker here on accident. Yep.
Yep.
They don't know.
They don't realize that there's still a bingo on the board. That is just tragic.
Yep. Unfortunately, let me just put the command in chat for the lockout. If every bingo for your opponent is blocked, you can win by majority.
Yeah. So for anybody watching, you cannot win by majority unless you have already blocked all of your opponent's bingos first.
Mm-hmm.
And because row 3 is still available to Shade Summoners, it doesn't matter how many goals Surprise Mechanics gets.
This is going to be a tight race anyways, to be honest. I don't know if they can get Gom Garpede and Pale Lurker before Surprise Mechanics get a Watchcloth die.
Yeah. We'll see what they do here. I mean, this is a rush to this is just a straight rush to
Pale Lurker.
I'm sorry, I mean for Shade Summoners.
Yep.
Yeah, because they have 11. They have 10 goals right now, I think. No, 11.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Now, there's still a lot to be done. Shade Summoners still have to do a lot here. It's not free. But it's not looking great for our heroes in blue.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's even with deaths, they'd have to die several times with Abyss Shriek to Trader Lord.
Yeah, because
Surprise Mechanics to go back and grab it.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for Shelby. I mean, obviously, if you were here for the first tournament, this is not the first time we've seen someone forget about blocking lines.
Oh man. Okay, so they get Pale Lurker. I just don't know I don't know what's going on here.
Well, the discussion we had back then is oh
and
my god,
here's
Trader Lord.
Here's the thing too. Moat just saw Pale Lurker get marked, so he knows. Cool. I can tell my hand to take all the time he needs.
Yep, and getting this bench, I like
chill.
it.
I think Moat knows that Shelby has forgotten about row 3.
Mm-hmm. Shelby forgot that her bench was in Waterways.
Yes. I mean, so we'll see what happens if she goes through Gom Garpede and then just like stop playing like they've won. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Well, they still need to get Gom Garpede and the Journal before Shade Summoners kills Trader Lord. So we have a race. Yeah. It's just
and this isn't free either. Like, this arena's a pain. Yes, Abyss Shriek is great, but like, you know, there's a lot of enemies at your ground level that can't be affected by it.
Nail 3 though too.
Oh, right, they have Nail. I forgot about these. They have. Okay, you know
That's
what?
why I don't see a way back in at all for Surprise Mechanics.
No,
I don't know. If
like Locke would need to have a stroke or something.
Yeah, this is.
And even then, he would probably still have time to go to the hospital, get treated, and come back and win.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. They are where's Surprise Mechanics going?
They are on their way to the grub. Nope.
Oh,
not a grub. Gom. Sorry.
Yeah, she doesn't know.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't know. That's Yep.
Not a lot to say on that one.
I don't.
It's still a race to see if Surprise Mechanics gets their non-victory first, or if Shade Summoners get it. And I'm leaning towards Shade Summoners.
Shade Summoners benched in Queens, right?
Yes. They got Toll bench. Ooh, 1 HP.
Yeah, this might be the first match of the tournament where the team that had fewer goals wins.
Yep. That means Challenge is gonna yell at me and tell me that I have it wrong.
You know, I was gonna ask you how Challenge deals with that, but you know, I'll let you deal with it. I'll let you worry about it. So they got Gom. They're gonna go. Okay. So if I'm Moach right now, I'm giving Locke a pep talk. Like, hey, slow and steady. You can take this as slow as you need. Like, you have all the time in the world. Let's go, Cloth. Can we get some hype in the chat for Cloth?
Cloth's gonna put her heart and soul into this fight.
Yep. And here's they don't even need to kill Trader Lord. They just need to watch Cloth die.
Cloth doesn't die until Trader Lord dies, unfortunately.
Is that true? I thought Cloth dies like mid-fight.
No, she dies right at the end. She takes
Oh,
out
you're
Trader
right,
Lord
you're
for
right.
last breath, which
You're right.
will be
What a
fast.
hero. Every one of these streaks is just wild. Like, so much damage.
And surprise mechanics are on the way to Journal. This is
Yeah, they
so
don't-
close, but it doesn't matter. It's so
It
unfortunate.
just doesn't. I know. It's like we're all watching this like it matters, and it just does. And that's GG.
Yep. And that's
Good game.
GG. Wow. And
Yeah.
here's Gom Garpy Journal, Mark 92nd, by the way.
Yep. And
Wow.
it just isn't gonna matter.
What a game. And a full board.
Yeah.
GG's all around. Post game is open.
Yeah.
to-
I don't think I think right now Shelby thinks they win. This is gonna be really awkward when we pull them in a chat and have to tell them they lost.
Well, the line was marked first either way.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. The line was marked first.
Wow.
Oof.
That is. What a match. That was extremely entertaining.
Yeah. Oof. Dude, I got the chills from that match.
Yep.
So nervous.
All right. They are ready for the interview.
Let's see.
Welcome in Shelby and Marcus.
Yo.
Yo.
Extremely close for the most part.
Yeah, if we'd gone from Dirtmouth, we would have.
So I
Got
have a question. You know that even if you got that first, you would lose, right?
Hello.
No, I
Good
wasn't paying that much
morning.
attention.
No, like
Morning.
well, because you never blocked the bingo. So even if you got Gom Garpede first, you still wouldn't have won.
Yep. In order to win by majority, you have to block every bingo.
Yeah.
Oh, they marked Sharp Shadow, so I just gave up on it.
That's fair.
It's
There was
understandable.
nothing I could do that way. So
That was
the next one is
really good
watch
match,
Cloth
though.
die.
The early game was interesting. I thought neither team would either opt for Crystal Heart or progression, and this is the most progression we've seen in any match yet. There's just so much you can do early game, and I guess plenty of late too.
Yeah.
So
That's
Shelby, when did you start feeling pressure for obtain Fountain Vessel Fragment?
When they marked eggs first.
Oh, okay, yeah. Did you have a plan for where your fourth egg was?
Yep.
Where was it?
I don't remember.
The crypt egg, but I don't know where the crypt egg is.
Is there a crypt
Neither
egg?
did you.
I don't think so.
Where?
Where?
Oh, there isn't. Yeah. Okay, because that's I was wondering. I don't know where.
Oh,
There's
yes.
one by Blue Lake, if that's what you're thinking of.
Yeah, we got the Blue Lake one, so it
Okay.
could have gone Sea Peak Dive entrance for the last one, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
I thought
there was
one in Crypts.
that.
No, it doesn't
yeah,
matter
that's-
anyway.
Or Sea Peak Dark Room, either one would work. But yeah.
Oh, man, this
We could have
match is-
gotten that one too, to be honest.
So
Which one?
Well,
for Shade Summoners, row 3 was your victory. When did you start prepping it? Because you kind of went out of your way for the 15 grubs. Were you just playing for majority at that point? Were you really in on row 3?
Yeah, I was kind of looking at row 3 fairly early on. Certainly when I saw that they got Dreamnail at the start, I was like, okay, we can get center square at least, pretty much uncontested. And I was kind of just getting grubs whenever, just in case that like I just like all getting things ahead of time just in case. I think so. My plan early was that I saw I could pressure top left, bottom right. Once I did that, I decided, well, let's just open up more lines. Maybe we can go for grubs, and it would also block column 5, so that'd be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
And then after blocking all of the lines, I needed to get the 15 grubs and then CG2 to block everything. I just thought, yeah, feel like we're in a winning position. I could either go for majority or we could go for row 3, and I just chose the latter option.
Mm-hmm.
This has actually played out really similarly to a practice game that I had where it went pretty much almost the same way. This line that was really Abyss heavy And if you and if you rushed it and the other team didn't, then you could pull out a victory even against a stronger team. So it kind of just played out like that again.
Wow. Interesting take. I like to hear your logic behind it. You definitely got a lot of pressure with both the rows that you put pressure on. Shelby, did you have a gameplay coming into this when you saw the board?
I liked the diagonal 3 grubs and waterways originally, then they marked thorns.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw you
And
prep
then it
the
was kinda
stag,
just-
too.
Yeah. It was kind of just eh.
Well,
yeah, I knew once we if you guys went Dreamnail early, then we would probably have Cryo on center square.
Yeah.
So
I knew when we marked 0, it's like, oh, okay, they know we did any percent to this, but they don't know what we did in between. So
what Shade Summoners might not know is that there was definitely a race for CG2. It was pretty close.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I think Marcus was about to enter the fight when you guys marked it.
Yes.
So they didn't get
I was
locked in.
Okay.
Literally,
We were ahead by a bit,
doing the wings to get up, and Shelby was like, "Oh, never mind."
Marcus,
Yeah.
how do you feel about your gameplay? How do you feel you played as a hand?
Really good, apart from a couple places where you could probably see where I'm not as familiar with the game in terms of like I don't have the entire map like memorized, and like I'm not as familiar with the movement and fights and stuff. So, and then in anything that I would consider familiar territory, I feel like I did really well. But aside from that, I could have played better in the areas I am less familiar with, of course.
Yeah, I have to say
Like
you had
deepness
some
and waterways.
you had some strong movement. It is very hard to keep playing when playing optimally when you're taking chip damage over and over again. That goes for everyone. Locke,
Yeah.
I saw it happening to you too, because the longer you go without quitting, the harder it gets. It was definitely pretty necessary though for you to play that long, and I'm pretty impressed by both of you. Locke, how do you feel about your gameplay?
I had my ups and downs. Like I had some sick plays, and then I had some really kind of catastrophic falls.
Well,
Oh yeah,
if you're
Locke,
referring
you
to-
actually you got Pogax in a tournament match. Well done.
True. I got Pogax. So actually, you know, I'm the best. I'm the GOAT. So
I was gonna
It's
say you did
entirely
have
redeemed
some
yourself.
incredible tech to get Kill Your Shade in GG's Hut on your way to CG2.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, that was calculated. That was not one of the lows. That was.
Yeah, yeah. We died on the way to Enrage Guardian. So I was like, oh well, we still haven't marked GD Shade, so let's just do that now. And then I realized, oh yeah, we can just go in through the elevator entrance because we have C-wings. Win-win.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
do any players on either team have any questions for the other team?
Bingy.
Bingy?
I think we did pretty okay for not being bingiers or practicing at all.
You did
Yeah, we did well.
very strong, Shelby.
Yeah, that was a
the only-
tight game right up to the
The
end,
only
honestly.
the only thing that ended up being awkward in a couple places was our bench positioning, and we're forgetting to bench, like keeping the waterways bench. I literally said after Pale Lurker that, oh yeah, we have tram bench, and I forgot we benched in waterways. Or before Pale Lurker. So it's like, oh yeah, I could just go to that bench and head up to Pale Lurker, and then oh right, waterways bench, and then didn't bench anywhere on the way to Pale Lurker, so back to Waterways bench again.
Ooh,
and that definitely lost a lot of time. And I'm also not very familiar with Waterways, so I kind of got lost a couple times in there.
That's okay. I have to say,
How early?
both teams put on such a excellent match. There were just points early where what I like to see is teams that diverge right off the bat, and that happened. And then you butted heads with the line for the obtained vessel fragment, and it just kept being spots where you would meet up and have a showdown and do the same things while also clearing out everything on the board. Extremely entertaining.
Glad to be of service.
It's fun.
Shelby, do you have a question?
Yeah, how early did you get to Hornet 2? Like, what spells did you have for Hornet?
We just had Via Shaman.
Via Shaman.
Nice.
Nice.
They did end
Thank
up
you.
getting a Bish streak by the end of the game. That was an
Yes.
interesting play. I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Best
we,
streak and nail 3.
Yeah, that was. I forgot we would have nail 3 going into trade awards, so it was a little overkill. But we did have it for Nosk, so that was that made that a lot less of a headache. Yeah, in that last practice game I mentioned before, we only had VS Shaman going into trade award, and then we died just before they cleared. So it was I did not want that to happen in the real match. So we overgeared for sure.
Well, overgearing has gotten you into your next match against, we don't know, the loser of the Guardians of the Bench and Team Jungle Drums. So
That'll be exciting.
I mean, that's going to be an insane game.
Oh yeah,
That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it.
And unfortunately for Surprise Mechanics, this is going to be the end of your tournament run. It was amazing having you. Thank you for bingying as much as you did.
It was a good
Bingy.
bingy.
It
was a
very
good bingy.
time.
Yeah,
I had fun.
especially thanks to Marcus, who joined the tournament like super last minute with no preparation, really allowed us to keep things flowing smoothly. That meant a lot to the whole community. So thank you.
Oh, absolutely. I can't thank you enough.
It was fun.
Shelly as well. There were,
the first.
I think
Our
Locke and Moch also, you guys signed in pretty late to be a team.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
we were like
pretty
the
late.
second last team to ever form, I think, or third.
I don't
Something
think we were
like
that late, but we were definitely on the later end.
It was right after your you got eliminated from AS. That's where we formed.
Well, I'm going to call it a stream here, guys. I'm sorry for Zach Noon, who just came in. Welcome to Bingy, but this is the end of the stream right now. I might re-up later and do some any %, but for now, I'm going to call it here. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. It was great having all of you, and thank you, Rhino, for comms, as always. You did a great job.
Always here whenever you need me, buddy.
We are going to go raid Scurry. They're doing an Animal Well playthrough, it looks like.
Ooh.
I will see you all later. Have a good one. Thank you for Bingy.
Have a good time, y'all.
Bye. I'm waving. You can't see it.
And we are